right now or somewhere along the line in the past, you made a bad decision. You should have said something, but you didn't, so you regret that. You did something wrong, you messed up, you made a mistake. Or even if you were conscious and your inner voice was like, nah, I shouldn't do this, but you still did it. And then you hoped somewhere in the back of your mind that the results would end up favorable, but it didn't. And now you're regretting it. Like, why didn't I listen to myself back then? Why couldn't I control myself? Why didn't I stop? Like, for example, you could have, uh, you could be going to, let's say, you participate in a bullfight and the risks are high because let's say you could lose a tooth and you know this, but you still go hoping that you won't, right? But then you end up losing the tooth. So you're like, if I just didn't go, I could have prevented it. Now my tooth is missing. So yeah, that's just an example, but it could be something big. It might be something that seems small to others and it might not be that big, but it's still significant, still important. So it's eating you up and you've told yourself that nah, you've moved on from it, but from time to time it keeps coming back in the back of your mind. The what ifs, the if I would, if I did this, I should have done this. It keeps coming back, and you still keep thinking you should have made the right choice. That regret keeps eating at you, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat this because yeah, in some circumstances, it's not a big deal, right? You can move on from it eventually. But there are times when it's more serious and it's more it affects you in a more impactful way, in a significant way. So now we can't go back in time and change our actions or whatever happened. What we can do is learn from our mistakes so that we don't repeat them. Because those who don't learn from their mistakes are doomed to repeat them over and over and over again. So, what you did, next time you gotta be conscious. You gotta lock in. You gotta remind yourself that, nah, last time I did this and I knew I shouldn't have, this would happen because sometimes it's clear as day the outcome. This doesn't apply to every situation, but so what you can do now in the present is learn from those mistakes so you don't repeat them and move forward because now thinking about them like this in a negative way won't change the outcome. So you gotta accept it. You got to accept what happened. You got to acknowledge it. Um, Stop living in denial. You gotta understand it. You gotta comprehend and accept it so that you can move on. It happened. It can't be changed. Just do better next time. Apply yourself. Try harder. Even if you make mistakes in the future, as long as you tried, right? Because we can't control the future. Yes, our present actions make the future, but there's some things that aren't in our hands and they're not foreseeable, right? So you just gotta do what you believe in. Like you gotta give your best, and then if something doesn't go your way, then it's not like you could have helped that or that was your fault. So stop blaming yourself, accept what happened, and now move forward. Like yes, when you think about it, it still hurts, it still leaves a bad taste in your mouth. But slowly but surely assure yourself that it is what it is, and then move forward from there. Don't let it hold you back because Sometimes regret can lead to you trying to numb that feeling of regret, leading to you committing another mistake that you could have prevented, causing more regrets, and this becomes a cycle where you're just damaging yourself. So just take in all the positivity that you're aware of. Like, we should be grateful for the small things in this time. And instead of trying to numb our regrets, we should face them head on and accept them. And then with a smile, we move forward.